So I've been trying to get back into the Elder Scrolls Online, and the other day I was finishing or going through the Blackwood chapter, and I realized that they had this whole war thing going on, and so there's an instance where there's this huge battle that is gonna happen, and they set it up. You go to a fort and whatnot, and I remember so when the expansion came out, they had some advertising where it featured the Argonians fighting against some other faction or whatever, but they are focusing on PvE. And now seeing that there's a lot of dissatisfaction by the PvP community in Elder Scrolls Online, while I was streaming, I was thinking about how they could solve all of their issues. This is an idea that has been on my mind for quite a long time, and I managed to somehow articulate it a little bit. So I think this is something that if the community starts pushing a little bit more, it could absolutely happen, because it would require absolutely no effort for them to do what I'm suggesting here, and it would fix probably all PvP issues at the moment with Elder Scrolls Online. In any case, I'm gonna be talking about PvP a little bit in this channel. I'm gonna do some PvE, maybe. I'm not really sure where I'm going to, but PvP is something very dear to my heart. I wish that some of the games would fix all the issues, because PvP in MMORPGs could compete with the top tier most played games, which are PvP. There's a lot of potential in PvP for games to become attractive to the public, hence the success of New World. And if enough people start looking at PvP, maybe things could happen. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and so on and so forth. I'm mainly gonna be talking about lore here, putting in some PvP clips, some PvE. You know how it is. In any case, here's the video. And I saw an article recently where they said that the developers want to get away from the apocalyptic sort of themes in the Elder Scrolls Online, and perhaps they want to do something more political. So I'm thinking they are wanting to actually add a PvP, some sort of PvP mode to the game, because it's been a while since PvPers have gotten anything in this game. Last thing was Battlegrounds, I believe, and that was like a few years ago. That's the last expansion I played a few years ago. And I'm thinking, what could be something that could solve all of their problems? And that is a medium-sized PvP mode. Just like they have you here, some sort of PvE conflict in this Fort Redmane. As I said, this is just a little bit of the map. This is just this area right here. If you would have something like this, so an area like this that would be queuable, like you come to here and there's like a vendor or something, very much like Alterac Valley in World of Warcraft, where in each zone that they give you through the DLC or the chapters, I shall say, there should be a little PvP zone with it doesn't even have to be something entrenched in the lore or anything like that. Just like, oh, the Ruby Throne War wants to seize this area, because, you know, the factions of the Ruby Throne War wants to seize this area given to everything that is happening in Black Marsh, something like that. Just do something like, oh yeah, because, you know, this area is rich in resources or whatever, and make it so people can queue. And it can be like an 8 versus 8 versus 8, or 10 versus 10 versus 10, sort of like RPGs in World of Warcraft. That would solve a lot of the issues that they have inside of it at the moment, because the issues inside of it have mainly to do with how they have been adding all these procs and all these sets into the game. So it's a lot of information. They have a lot of people say, oh, they haven't even communicated, and, you know, a lot of negativity from people who create content from Elder Scrolls Online. If you dig a little bit about it, they have talked about it, and one of the lead developers said that it is because of that. They have put so many things in the game. The animations and the information that goes into the server crashes the server. So they're in a point of no return, because it is those sets and those procs, very much like the legendaries in World of Warcraft, that make PvP fluid and that make these new metas and that make it different. So they cannot back down from that. But how they can fix it is to create these little zones, these little sort of actual battlegrounds, because the battlegrounds in Elder Scrolls Online now, they've done only deathmatch, even though it says random battleground, they're not random. All of the battlegrounds now are deathmatch. So this is very much like Elder Scrolls Online arenas, like from WoW arenas, and it's just random. You just go into it, you just burst people, and that's it. And it's fun. I've been doing a bunch of battlegrounds. It's really fun. It really gives you a chance to try your builds, to do all these things, and it's something that you just queue, and in a few minutes you're in. It's fast, it's quick, it's whatever. But if they had some sort of battleground where it's like 8v8, 10v10, 12v12, 15 versus 15, instead of the massive fights that are inside of it that are just not working, and they could add one each expansion, just like they add a couple of dungeons and one trial or whatever. They could add one little battleground using the assets of the same zones that they are developing. They can put like these little bushes over here and these little forts, and using the same things that they develop for the zone. I think it was Deltia who said that the success of New World, if New World wasn't broken, New World would be taking the MMORPG genre right now. But the problem with New World is that it's absolutely broken. But this game is not broken. It's just the amount of information that goes into the server when it's a big PvP situation. New World had 50v50 and it completely broke the game. Now, if they manage to grab all their assets and do these small, medium-sized scale sort of battlegrounds, they would do something amazing, because you could do pre-mates, you could do guilds for that instead of battlegrounds, which you don't really need a guild. There's no point in doing like guilds for battlegrounds or pre-mates. There's no MMR, there's no rating, there's no anything. They put something like rating or something like ranks in these little battleground sort of scenarios. It would completely change the PvP scene in Elder Scrolls. Like I said, Deltia said, they have to pay attention. The top games on Steam charts, the top games everywhere are PvP. It's player versus player, Rust, and what is Battleground announced? PUBG? I don't even know. Like, I only play MMORPGs. I have no idea what the people are doing. Counter-Strike, whatever, and Fortnite and whatever, and Apex. So all of these are PvP, and MMORPGs having the PvP side to their own games, they can completely enter that market. So I think they're just wasting a lot of assets, a lot of resources, when they could do something very cool with low effort, and it would fix every PvP problem. In any case, I just had that in my mind, wanted to let it out. I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna do PvE, PvP. I really like PvP in ESO. I'm gonna try at least until Final Fantasy PvP comes out, and I might be doing some PvE here and there. Okay, that's all I wanted to say today, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.